To get started with your new lock, head to the App Store and download the free Burg Smart app. This is available on both iOS and Android. Begin by unscrewing the screw that secures the cylinder in place. This will be located on the side of the door. Create your account by typing in your name, email, and reading the privacy policy. Now that your account is all set up, get familiar with the app by taking a look around. To start setting up your new smart lock, head over to the Secure Entry Devices section of the app and tap on the plus icon in the top right-hand corner. For the next step, you will need to find the QR code that came with your lock. Please note, the cylinder's QR code will always have a 6-digit admin code at the bottom. Once you have this ready, press Continue and scan the QR code before selecting Add. Set a name for your lock, for example, front door. You will now need to change your administration code. This should be memorable but unique, as you will need it to continue setting up your lock and to make any changes in the future. You will be able to find the old code at the bottom of your QR code. Make sure the back of the lock is snug against the door before tightening it back up with the Allen key. Start by pressing the plus icon in the top right corner and scanning your keypad's QR code, just like you did with the lock. Now press Add and name your keypad. To program your lock, head back to the My System page and select your locking plan. You will need to make sure that you tick your name by tapping the grey square before saving your changes and entering your admin code. If you added a keypad, you will also need to program this as well. Select the keypad you want to finish setting up. Before continuing with the app, press the power button on the keypad, enter your PIN code, and hold the close button until the red lights flash all around. The PIN code can be found on the keypad's QR code. In most cases, this will be 4 zeros. When the screen says success, your keypad will be ready to use. Now that your lock is programmed, we recommend adding a shortcut in the app for quick access. To do this, go to the dashboard, select Add Shortcut, and choose your lock. Once added, your lock will appear on the dashboard. Simply tap it to activate and unlock your door. If you want to add a new user that can unlock the door via their phone, you will need to head back to the Users area and select the plus icon. The new user will have to have downloaded and set up their app first. Each user has a QR code that can be found by going to More and selecting Share App Key with Secure Entry Administrator. To continue adding the new user, scroll straight down to Codes/Identification Media and select Smartphone as key. There is no need to add their name and details. This will be auto-filled. Scan the QR code on the second user's phone before saving your changes. Navigate to your locking plan and make sure the new user has a green tick next to their name. You will now need to reprogram the lock. To set up a user that uses the optional key fob to gain access, go to My System, navigate to the User page and tap the plus icon in the top right corner. enter the user's name before going to the code/identification media dropdown and selecting SE key. You will now need to scan the QR code that came with the key fob before saving your changes. To finish setting this user up, head to the locking plan. Tick the grey box next to the user's name by pressing on it and save your changes. You will now need to reprogram the lock by pressing on the red program button and entering your admin code. Your lock is now all set up and ready to use. If you have the fingerprint keypad, you can assign a unique PIN code to your users. To do this, go to the Users section of the app and select a user. Expand the codes/identification media dropdown. Here you will find a 6-digit code option. Create a PIN for the user and type it into the box. Save your changes and go back to your locking plan. You will need to make sure that you tick the user's name by tapping the grey square before saving your changes and selecting the red program button. You will now need to enter your admin code. Select the keypad you want to finish setting up. Before continuing with the app, press the power button on the keypad, enter your PIN code, and hold the close button until the red lights flash all around. If you have the fingerprint keypad, you will need to set up fingerprint access. To do this, return to the User section and select a user. Here you will find a fingerprint enrollment option. Press the drop-down and select Add Fingerprint before choosing the keypad you want to use. Press the power button on the keypad, enter your PIN code, and hold the close button until the red lights flash all around. You will now need to swipe your finger across the fingerprint scanner on the keypad a few times. Follow the instructions given on your phone. These will prompt you on whether your strokes are too short or not positioned centrally. Save your changes and find your way to the locking plan to program the new fingerprint. Select Program and enter your 6-digit admin code. Now that the lock has been reprogrammed, you will need to continue with programming the keypad. Press the power button on the keypad, enter your PIN code, and hold the close button until the red lights flash all around. You should now be able to unlock your door with just your finger.